Saula, unknown. They're also called Asian unicorns, and they're one of the rarest large mammals you can find, or not find. They've only ever been seen 4 times since their discovery in 1992. Pygmy three-toed sloth, under 50. The smallest member of the sloth family, all known for traveling less than half the length of a football field in a whole day. Two-toed sloths also have 3 toes. It's fingers they only have 2 of. But hey, who's counting? Sumatran rhinoceros, under 80. Meet the only rhino with 2 horns. They're more closely related to the extinct woolly rhino, who lived at the same time as woolly mammoths, than any other species today. They're also the smallest. Amur leopard, 100. These cats know how to dress for the weather. The fur on their winter coat is almost 3 times longer than their summer one. Their spot patterns are as unique to them as fingerprints are to us. Purple frog, 135. A face only a mother could love, these lumpy guys are made for living underground. Their skeleton is stronger than other frogs to withstand the weight of the soil. They have that funny nose to better slurp up ants and termites. Tasty! Greater bamboo lemur, under 150. Their name gives these lemurs away. They're one of the very few mammals who stick to the bamboo diet. They're also easily recognizable thanks to white tufts on their ears. Peruvian black spider monkey, 300. And that's just in zoos. Wild population numbers are still unknown. Unlike many others, these monkeys don't have thumbs. Who needs them when you have a grippy, swingy tail longer than your body? Seneca white deer, 300. These mystic-looking animals aren't albino, they're lucidic, so they don't entirely lack pigmentation. Their coats are just all white. Hirola, 400. Also called four-eyed antelope, they have huge glands under their eyes that they use to mark their territory. Probably where the phrase, "I think I can spot that from here," came from. Ely pica, 1000. They seem to be tailless, but it's not true. They have one of the longest tails of all lagomorphs. That includes rabbits and hares. It's just hidden in their super dense fur. Giant otter, 2000. Twice the size of their North American cousins, their 6-foot-long bodies are covered with fur from head to toe, including their nose. Great white shark, 3,500. Don't let the name fool you, they're mostly gray, minus that white underside. And they're not the greatest. The largest species is the whale shark, but they can detect just a little blood up to 3 miles away. Syrian hamster, under 5,000. In the wild. As pets, there are 6 million of them. Also known as the golden hamster, these are the largest ones. True to their rodent nature, they constantly gnaw on things to wear their teeth down, since they never stop growing. The teeth, that is. White-rumped vulture, under 10,000. Unlike many other birds, their head and neck are featherless. 2 theories for why that is. 1. They can more easily clean themselves after a messy meal, and 2. It keeps them cool. Nothing here about why their white rumps are important, so we'll move on. Blue whale, 10,000 to 25,000. The population of the largest animals that ever existed on this planet is only about 3 to 11% of what it was just 100-some years ago. And their hearts aren't as big as a car, that's a myth. They're more like the size of a golf cart. Still pretty big. African lion, 20,000. These big cats, along with tigers, leopards, and jaguars, oh my, can't purr, they can only roar. And cats that can purr can't roar. You can hear the lion's mighty roar from 5 miles away. Grizzly bear, 55,000. Their claws alone are as long as your fingers. Together with large muscles, it makes them one of the strongest, most dangerous animals on the planet. Giraffe, 97,500. Nature's skyscrapers can eat up to 100 pounds of fresh leaves and twigs a day with the help of their 6-foot-long neck and nearly 2-foot-long tongue. Pangolin, 100,000. This is the only mammal in the world covered from head to toe in scales. Those scales are made up of the same thing your fingernails are, keratin. They make up to 20% of the pangolin's weight. Saltwater crocodile, 200,000. Their name is a bit misleading. They can also live in freshwater as well as in swamps. Mostly dwelling in hot areas, they open their big mouths to stay cool. Wolf, 300,000. The largest member of the canine family, these top-notch hunters can smell other animals more than a mile away. African elephant, 415,000. It's not hard to tell them from their Asian cousins. African elephants have bigger ears, like I do. Also, both males and females can have tusks, while only male Asian elephants have them. Plain zebra, 500,000. That dazzling coat is multifunctional. It's used for communication and temperature control. Black stripes absorb heat, while white don't, which creates a sort of airflow that cools their bodies. Bottlenose dolphin, 600,000. Dolphins don't just leap out of the water to breathe, it also helps them travel faster. There's less resistance in the air than in the water. Giant squid, 4.3 million. It's pretty hard to count how many of these behemoths are out there because they're not easy to spot. But they could easily spot you. Their eye is as big as your head. Well, that's unsettling. Donkey, 45 million. Most people can't remember who they met last week. Donkeys can remember someone they met 25 years ago. That's why they're in politics. Horse, 58 million. The only animal family with a single digit. Yep, horses walk around on one toe, and sometimes they have to hoof it. Chipping sparrow, 200 million. They can get creative when building a nest, doing so not only in shrubs, but also your toolbox. Pigeon, 400 million. True city slickers, their population grows proportionally as our own does. But some island countries like Madagascar, Iceland, and Papua New Guinea don't have any pigeons at all. But their cars stay clean. Mourning dove, 475 million. They get their name from their lament-like calls. Oh, woe is me! Cats, 600 million. Your kitty has more bones than you. Humans have 206, cats 244. They spend 70% of their life sleeping. You'll spend about 30% of your life asleep. Pigs, 680 million. And more than half of those are in China. Piglets can recognize not only mom's grunt, but also their own. Like I do. Goats, 860 million. These animals have rectangular pupils that give them a field of vision up to 340 degrees. They're also one of the first animals to be domesticated, together with dogs and sheep. Dogs, 900 million. Fido's nose is wet because it helps a dog smell better. Well, maybe not smell better, but they sniff the air better. That's why he's always licking his snout. Cows, 990 million. More than 30% of all the cows in the world live in India. They spend about 8 hours a day eating and can drink a whole tub full of water in a single day. Sheep, 1.1 billion. If you didn't shear it, your sheep's wool would grow forever. Unlike wild breeds, domesticated sheep don't shed. Red-billed koala, 1.5 billion. They have the largest population of wild birds on our planet. One colony can have up to 30 million members in it. These little things are a farmer's worst nightmare. One flock can easily destroy over 300 tons of grain in a single day. Hey, we all gotta eat. Humans, 7.8 billion, and ever growing. The global population has gotten 5 times larger since the beginning of the 20th century. At this rate, we might hit the 10 billion record by 2050. Just imagine the lines for the bathroom then. Rats, over 7 billion. It's nearly impossible to know exactly how many rats there are on the whole planet, but experts say it's probably a 1-to-1 ratio with humans. When you consider all the rodent species, They make up 40% of all the planet's mammals. Rats. Chicken. 24 billion. There are so many domestic chickens that every human being could have 3 of them. So there really could be a chicken in every pot. No surprise chickens spread so fast. One hen can lay up to 300 eggs in a year. Egg color depends on the hen's earlobe color. White lobes mean white eggs, and red-lobed hens produce brown ones. Well, close enough. Earthworm. 1.3 quadrillion. Like rats, it's hard to know how many worms are hiding under your feet right now. Ew. But consider this, on one farm alone, their combined weight would be greater than all the livestock on the surface. Altogether, they'd weigh 10 times more than all the humans on the planet. Ants. 1 to 10 quadrillion. They've been around since the dinosaurs. Unlike many other species, they survived the Ice Age. Pretty strange they don't live in Antarctica now. Bacteria. 1 quadrillion quadrillion. There's nowhere to hide from bacteria. Every sip of water you take contains millions of them. Every sip you take. The good ones inside your body outnumber your cells 10 to 1, and they count for up to 3% of your total weight. All the bacteria in the world would outweigh all the animals and plants inhabiting this earth. Sweet dreams!